The Eternal Die is a sequel to the original 2021 game titled Lost at Random. You play as Queen Aleksandra, the antagonist of the first game, turned back into a young girl accompanied by a sentient die named Fortune. They are trapped in a pocket dimension inside a black die, the same die that she previously used in the first game. This game is a roguelike, and you must fight your way through different levels and defeat the Dark Lord himself and his higher servants. In the game, you'll pick up cards, which are known as powers or abilities. You can only have one at a time, but you can replace it if you find something else better. When you defeat enemies, they will drop loot, which includes chests, which contains relics. Relics are sort of items that will boost your stats. When you combine 3 of them, you will get a boost to either weapons, cards, dice, conjuration, or luck, depending on the colors that you match up. Personally, I like to go for weapons because that will increase the damage that you do. If you don't find a relic that you like, you can always trade it in for gold, and you can use the gold to buy items from merchants located on every level, and maybe you can find a relic that suits you or helps you complete one of the stats that you're looking for. When you die, you lose everything, all your relics, cards, and you'll be transported to the sanctuary.
I'm Chance. Welcome to the sanctuary.
The sanctuary is a safe space, and all the NPCs that you have rescued will show up here.
You found me, Alex!
Wait, that's a Sixers uniform.
Ah, no, don't eat me. Begone, monster.
The only thing that you can keep when you die is Pip Dust and Cinder. Pip Dust can be used to unlock blessings. Blessings can give you increased health, attack, help you evade, revive, and more, ultimately making each run easier than the last. While Cinder can be used to unlock weapons and weapon enhancements. The main weapons are a sword, a bow, a lance, or a hammer. You start out with a sword. It is a quick, short-range melee weapon. However, it lacks range, so you have to get up close to the enemy. You can, however, throw your die, fortune, and also certain cards that have ranged attacks. You can, however, enchant your weapons, giving them increased attack, increased critical, fire damage, summon a tornado, or heal yourself when you kill enemies. The bow is obviously a ranged weapon and my preferred class. The enchantments include increased attack with an arrow that ricochets, arrows that fire homing spirits to seek out your enemies, which you can fire in their general direction and just run around. Multiple arrows that fire like a shotgun. You can, however, fire them up close. If the enemy is big enough, he will take all the damage. And my personal favorite, explosive arrows. These arrows explode and release shards to nearby enemies. Moving on to the lance, there are enchantments that will boost your cards, summon spectral lances, temporarily increase your luck, and my favorite, lightning damage. The lance is a long-range melee weapon, and if you use Spectral Lance, you can summon lances while juking the enemy. However, if you use Spectral Lance, this removes the default dash attack, which can be really useful. I would recommend the Lightning Enhancement, which deals out lightning damage at the end of a combo, and still gives you the ability to charge attack. Combined with other relics such as poison or fire, this can be a really powerful build. The hammer has the slowest attack among all the weapons, but it does the most damage. When you charge it up, it has a ranged attack. The enhancements include increased damage, poison, stun, increased defense, evade, and can also protect you from a fatal blow. Poison is unique because it removes the default ranged attack, but instead leaves behind a pool of poison, which you can lure and juke your enemies around it, and it will slowly damage them while you whack them from behind. Personally, I would recommend the defense enhancement because it still retains the ranged attack while giving you an increased chance to evade. Now let's talk about blessings. These are the must-haves that I will recommend. Full living, as this will increase your max health. Fearful foes will increase all the damage to regular foes. This is a good one to start with. However, for late game, I would recommend switching to Slaying Servants, as this will increase the damage to Mare and all the higher servants. Now, some people will recommend higher healing because it gives 20 health when you defeat a higher servant. However, bear in mind there's only one higher servant per level. I would recommend going with Mending Wounds instead. You only gain 6 health per encounter, but if you can complete 4 encounters perfectly, that gives you 24 health. and that's a much better deal. Another must-have is Mocking Death. This gives you 3 revive when you die, regaining a significant portion of your health. Repelling Revival will also revive you, but with less health, but it will give you reduced damage for that one encounter. Lighter loads will increase your weapon and card damage. This is especially useful because you'll be throwing Fortune a lot. Eluding Evades. This will increase your chance to evade all attacks when you dash. This one is optional but really useful. It will sort of give you a shield in every encounter that you face. It will protect you from the first damage you take. Now, so many relics. I recommend focusing on color. I like to focus on red and blue. These are some of the relics that I like to look out for. 1, because it gives lightning damage. 2, because it's red. Theresa's Judgmental Stare, because this gives 10 damage. Wind Up Scope, because if you wait long enough, it will get to 100. Moldy Rock, because this adds poison to critical hits. Finally, Notched Belt. The more you kill without getting hit, the more damage you do. Now look at this! Even with 40 plus kills, damage is insane. On the downside, if you get hit, the counter resets and you just do regular damage. This is normally what my endgame stats look like. I hope this has helped you, and I'm just sharing what works for me. Happy hunting.
Eternal day, it spins and rolls, a restless dance of fate unfolds. No hand can stop, no heart can tame the random beat of life's endless game.